Hello. Theoretically, oh, that is a very zoomed in lens for this. Theoretically, we are live right now and testing out the studio setup. This was not exactly intentional to be live right now, but it was just a few minutes early, so that's fine. Wow, I've got this really tangled up. Okay, I think it's gonna be hearing myself, so I probably should mute that. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna get a tripod and another camera out because this one is not supposed to be my A camera, but it'll work for now. Okay, audio should be working again. Cool. Let's get a tripod out. There's one tripod. Where's the new tripod? I think it got put back in its bag. It did get put back in its bag. Okay. Autofocus gonna focus? It is. Okay, let's see here. Let's mount on this tripod. Let's put the R50V. Yeah, let's do the R50V, and then let's do the Pancake 16 mil lens, I think. Yeah, we'll do the 16 mil. Need to get the 16 mil out first, but it should be in this bag. It's not in this bag. Is it on the other camera? It is on the other camera. That makes way too much sense. So we got a R50V here. Going to be using this as, I think we're going to use this as the A cam. Some battery in that. The battery latch on this one is interesting to me. It take a moment. No, we're not going to take a moment to. I do not need to connect to my smartphone right now. Back, cancel, there we go. Okay, let's get a lens on this. Okay, there's my red line. Okay, there we go, say hello. Now we gotta get a USB cable that is functional for this one. I kind of am suspecting that one of my USB cables doesn't work because I was having trouble getting my audio working earlier. Oh, my camera propped on the Mac Mini that I'm streaming from. Surprisingly, that has slipped. I am so surprised. Okay, I got one more port left. Yeah, we'll just try this cable out for now. Although I should be able to get away with a shorter cable for this one. Oh, I lost the camera completely somehow. And we're back. Okay. So now let's see if this cable is going to get this camera working or not. Really artistic angle here right now. Okay, so we need to change the USB connection app mode to video call / streaming. Okay, so that should be changed. Alright, plugging into the. Not even plugging into the camera I want it to be yet. Put that there for now. Okay, here we go. This is the camera that we're actually trying to make work. So before I plug that in, I'm going to change the. Oh, this is different than an R8 or a R6. Okay. USB is set to UVCU AC streaming. So that, okay, so that is seeing things now. That's good. Let's see if we can add this to an OBS scene. Oh, I heard something. Oh, that was my phone wants to join in. I don't need it as a camera right now, though. Okay, let's scene 2. Okay, so can I transition over grid mode, duplicate, add. Is there any way to edit a scene without it being the live scene? Or do I just gotta switch over and do it? You know, we'll just add the second video capture device here. This is going to be the R50V. Device, Canon digital camera. No, it is. It's not being seen. I'm gonna try a different USB cable because I have reasons to suspect that that cable does not work like I want it to. You know, disconnect the USB. Okay, I think I didn't have the camera actually in the correct mode there. So maybe the cable will still work. Let's find out. The other cable is not working. Okay, so I think that this USB cable It makes sounds. But okay, do you have to every time on the R50 you have to go to the menu and set it, I think, is what the deal is. Yep, that is indeed the deal. Every time you have to go set it. Okay. Let's get this mounted up. Flip the viewfinder around. Yeah, nice. Oh, okay. Well, I guess the USB cables are in the way to the viewfinder. Nice. Need to get like a 90-degree USB cable. That on there. Audio still working. Audio still working. The handle in front. That will make it easier for me to adjust, but will it be in frame? Let's find out. I don't think it's in frame. I think I'm good to have the handle in front. That is great. Okay, I have a camera going. Let's get this one framed up. Do I want to go directly behind my monitor? I think that's not terrible. I think that's kind of what I'm looking for right there. Oh yeah. There we go. I'm going to lower this monitor. Because I got a lot going on in here right now in terms of cables. Yeah, okay, cool. This can be lower. I might put I've got another monitor I can put on here, so I might do that in a bit here too. Okay. So, let's see here. And am I still transmitting audio? I don't know. Let's see here. And am I still transmitting audio? I don't know. Let's see. I am. Okay, so I'm not using the right mic. Oh, we're good. We get feedback. Okay. So there must be audio. Over that device then? No. Okay. Now I think the audio is only from this one. Okay, let's listen to that real quick. Okay, that sounds a lot cleaner compared to this. Okay, that sounds a lot cleaner compared to this. Yeah. Okay, this is good. This is very good. It even sounds like it might be the right levels, so that's cool. Okay. Let's get another tripod going here, and let's get the R8 going with let's do a 24 to 100 mil lens on the R8. Despite this being such a deep desk, I am reaching critical capacity very quickly. Okay, I got another plate here. Get an R8 out. Let's see here. I got battery in this right now. I do. Is it a good battery? Is it full? It is. Cool. We'll roll with that for now. Okay, so I got no lens on here at the moment. So let's get a lens on this. Okay, we got what is this? The RF 24 to 105 f4L? Yeah. Okay. Let's get the plate on it and get it on the tripod. Well, that was kind of funny. I didn't really intend to go live there, but it worked. I think it's working out. I think this is public. I actually have no idea. Well, I think I have an idea. I think it is. If anyone's watching, you should let me know in the chat that you're watching, because I haven't actually verified that this is going out on the internet. I mean, I'm watching it on YouTube, but I also am signed in as me, so I need to see if I have it set up. All right. Okay, so let's see here. This is probably way too small to see. So menu, where is it on this one? Settings, choose USB connection app, video calls, streaming. Okay, so that's set up. And then we'll take our feed from the R6 Mark II, because the R6 is going to be the still shooter. Actually, it should, okay. I have one very long USB cable that's currently on that camera. This cable should be on that camera. No, that cable should be on this one. Okay, so we're just gonna do it real quick. Okay, did that bring it back? That did not bring it back. Oh, that didn't bring it back because you have to put it into the mode before you plug the cable in, unlike the R8 and R6. Okay, so that should be back now. Yeah, there we go, cool. Okay, so now I have my longest cable has been freed up for the roaming camera. Oh, now I gotta, okay, I need a different cable for the microphone because I'm using the long cable for the microphone right now and I probably shouldn't be. Okay, so I'm gonna lose audio for a second. Okay, audio should be back, audio's back, awesome. And then actually, I'm gonna swap out the R50 cable again. But this time, I know to hit the UVC button first. Okay, so now this is gonna be the R8 one. Oh, I didn't bring it back. Okay, so I messed something up. Okay, there we go, that's back. So what cable is longer? Because it seems like they both work, so I should be able to use either. Okay, that one's probably longer, so that's gonna be my roaming one. Okay, so let's add a scene. Okay, so you should be able to hear me now, and then let's add the R8. There we go. Okay, let's do another scene. Let's start with just duplicating this one so I don't lose my audio immediately. And then let's add a second camera. Hey, look at that. Got that picture-in-picture going on. Okay. That, I think, is a functional streaming setup. Okay, let's send this out. Let's get some people in here. Can't wait to find out how many times I'm going to do something that causes one of these mini cables to slip out. nice. I got transitions. Nice, I got transitions. How's my bit rate look? Should I be increasing my bit rate? Yeah, I can increase my bit rate. I got the bandwidth. Okay. Let's see if that's cleared things up at all. I'll help if my quality was set higher. Oh, I only have 720p? Okay, interesting. What did I do there to only have 720p going? Where would that setting be? That setting is going to be... Ah, okay, I do have it set there. So I'm going to stop and start real quick so I can get that increased. I will not be able to reconnect. Okay, well, we can start this again. Okay, I think we're back. I think we're back with more resolution than we had before. Yeah, it's 1080 now, and it looks like it's a higher bit rate. Cool. Okay. Okay, that's funny. Why is Discord deciding that I am Oh. Oh, I get it. That was the that was streamer mode. That's interesting. Got it. Okay, let's get some links over here. Okay. Yeah. This is like kind of working. Okay. So, we got a microphone in the background. We've got scenes I can change. Yeah, we'll go with that one right now. That's good. Let's just keep... We'll send the link to a few folks. Probably would have done this ahead of time if I had actually intended to start the stream when I started the stream, but you know what? Once it was live, I was like, let's just go. Okay. Let's see here. Is audio working correctly still? Because I don't know. Yeah, it is. Cool. I can't really hear it that clearly through the Mac Studio speaker, so if someone wants to let me know if it actually sounds good, that would be great. And let's see here. Blast this out in a few more places. Get a picture of the setup real quick. Probably should use this as the thumbnail or something. Okay, we'll set that as a thumbnail in a sec. Can you add links here? Is that legal? I don't know if that's gonna let me do that or not. We'll find out. Okay. FBI. Hello. I'm glad that the FBI has showed up. Okay, I think I got this sent out in, you know, approximately a few places. Hello. Let's see here. What do I have? I have that view going right now. Okay, cool. let's see here. I need to get all this stuff linked up so that I just have one button to like post this everywhere instead of having to go do this individually like this. I'm not sure my SAM is powerful enough. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just gonna, oh, I did not add the picture on Mastodon. And Mastodon is really where we want to be focusing these days. So we're gonna go just edit that real quick. And then let's figure out what we want to get working next. So the idea for the first stream I want to do with this tool behind me, the Zeiss Merlin right here, is basically go through with this camera and document everything. So take a lot of it apart, take pictures of all the boards, look for anything that might be going wrong with it. And I'm going to have Capture One running on my Mac here. And I will be streaming Capture One as well as these cameras. And then I'm thinking that then I will directly export from Capture One to Flickr is my current thought. Like in real time as I edit the pictures so that there's an album out there of very high quality reference pictures for what is going on with this SEM. Because just having pictures of what is going on is very, very valuable, I have found. So I want to get, while I investigate it, I just want to get a high quality set of pictures out there and in the world for people to explore. Because like these things are just fun to look at. So yeah, we'll get that going. Just got that. Okay, cool. Shall we? Let's see here. I've got Capture One running right now, but all of my screen space is currently taken up by YouTube stuff and live streaming stuff. So let's fix that. Let's get another monitor set up, shall we? Don't need this. Don't need this. Come on. Okay, let's get another monitor going. Do I already have another monitor attached to this monitor arm? Yes. It is, however, just a 1080p HDMI monitor, and I would like to use this 4K one here, especially because I'm going to be editing photos on it, and I want something that is at least reasonably color accurate. Like, it doesn't have to be insane or anything. But just a bit would be nice, you know? Let's see here. I haven't set the thumbnail yet, but whatever. We'll get around to that in a sec. We're gonna do this monitor first. Oh man, hi, come on, just export as a JPEG, please. Just export as a JPEG. That's all I'm asking of you. This is like notably not complicated. Well, shouldn't be complicated, right? Okay. So let's see here. What is this monitor? What's this monitor's deal? Okay. I'm sure these are going to be important in a second. So we'll just set those on the SCM. Because if it's flat surface, it's going to be used for storage, right? Okay, monitor is free, and doesn't immediately have screws for me to use. Ah, just learned that this monitor is refurbished. Nice, that's funny. I did not know that. Spread out some microfiber cloth so I don't scratch this thing up too badly, setting it face down here. And we got our little spider mount thing. But the question is going to be, where do I get screws from really quickly while I am on the live stream? I think the answer is we'll go roaming around a little bit, and I should be able to use my iPhone as a portable camera that may or may not work. And this is also going to be a little bit of a workshop tour, so that should be fun. Okay, so first off, we need to get this thing disconnected from the wrong computer. Come on. Okay, just close that. So that, okay, that disconnected that, great. So we're gonna add a scene here. No, we're going to duplicate a scene so we don't lose audio immediately. Then we're going to... No, don't need to do that. We want to do... you know what? I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now. don't need that right now. I want this. I want video capture device. Create new. Okay, this name is already in use. Right. Device, iPhone 13 camera. Hey, cool. That's a working thing. Okay, so I got spider mount. Needs to be attached to monitor, but I don't got the screws right in front of me at the moment. So where do I want to go get screws from? How does that actually line up? Yeah, that line. I guess that lines up. Are these metal at the bottom? Am I gonna have issues? Like if I get too long of screws? Probably not. Hopefully not. Right? Hopefully not. Okay. Let's go on an adventure, shall we? I have no idea how well this is going to work. Welcome to the other side of my workshop. Although this is more the Science Museum exhibit manufacturing workshop side. Where are the monitors? I thought they were in this box. Bring multiple monitors in. Yeah, they shipped in this box. Oh, here we go, here we go. Let's see here, is this what we want? Does it have screws? It does have screws. Okay, we're gonna borrow this monitor for its screws. And back to the studio. My favorite. Should do a live stream of working on my floor. That's always an adventure. Okay, I have no idea if that stream held up or not while I was out. Be very curious to find out the answer to that later. For now, I got a monitor that has screws, so I am stealing screws from this to use for that. No, I didn't have to start with tearing it. Maybe the tape will just peel off easily. Maybe I can find the end of the tape. Just maybe. Hey, there we go. I'm sure that sounds awesome if you're wearing headphones. Will I make it? There is actually a trash can. Not even close. Okay, wow. I don't know if you can tell. This monitor's been touched a few times. I guess people are like pointing to the SEM picture or the EDS data or something on screen quite frequently. Let's see here. Oh, do I have my driver bits? I do have my driver bits right here. I have a lot of favorite tools. This is definitely one of them. Gyroscopically activated screwdriver. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, Peter, that's kind of the plan. I got this Merlin right here. Got that Merlin. And it is currently cold, dark, unplugged, and not connected to any kind of utilities. So there's quite a bit of work to do to get that thing running. That thing came off the boat from A&D Singapore, I don't know, a month ago, and I'm not in my shop now enough to work on it. Oh, thank you for the report, Greg, about how wandering around with my iPhone worked. I think the iPhone is, I don't know if it's doing a Wi-Fi link to the computer I'm using for streaming. Like if it's between the phone and the computer, or if it's over my Wi-Fi network. I think that, so I was using the built-in Apple one. So that one probably is just like point to point between phone and computer. If I was using like a like the NDI like OBI app, that one would probably be over my network, and then that just depends on how good my Wi-Fi coverage is. So that would probably work better for doing roaming cameras all over the place. Okay, so now I gotta find a safe place to stash this monitor, which is going to be the other SEM table here. And I'll pan a camera around real quick to show you all what we're working with in the studio right now. Just immediately out of frame of this camera is, if I could, got another SEM right there. So that is the Zeiss Sigma. So that one's running. I actually got a beam on. I mean, there's a live image on screen right now. It is that scope's got some dust in it. I got some dust in the column. It's in the illumination section, so the beam alignment isn't that stable. But image shift, about a 3-hour period, the beam alignment shifts and then jumps back. Which honestly, I'd rather have that than have the image moving a whole bunch. To a degree, but it means that you're kind of like chasing your beam wobble constantly. And as a result, it's kind of hard to sustain a very high magnification image on that tool. So that's going to be something that I take apart and do some cleaning of. And my plan is to do that on stream as well. Okay, so let's go back to my other camera. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna loosen these up just a little bit to make adjusting this easier. Come on, there we go. Yeah, that feels good. We'll see what it feels like once I get it hanging. I don't really think this monitor arm was designed to do what I'm doing with it, in terms of having such a wide monitor in the middle, but it seems more than strong enough to support it, so. We're gonna tighten a few things up that feel a little bit loose. Oh, that's gonna need the plier wrenches. Another favorite tool, Knipex plier wrenches. These things are amazing. Oh, that feels a lot better. Okay, maybe we'll go a little bit tighter than that, but I should do that to the other arm too, because the other arm feels pretty bad. Yeah, that's way better. Cool. And now it's time to find out if there is any room to actually hang this monitor. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. Hey, there we go. Okay, I need to re-up the tension on that. I loosened that up a little bit too much and it just wants to droop. Let's see here. Okay. That's looking pretty good. I do like that this arm has these like sub adjustments, so you can kind of fine tune the height of each monitor. I'll go for top of the screens aligned. Okay, so back to those cables that I stored on the SCM. We got a Thunderbolt cable and a power cable. Okay, now we got to see about a open port. Okay, so that's, I plugged it into the port on the hub. Oh, didn't mean to bump that. I don't know if a port on the hub is going to be able to drive a monitor like this. And of course, this is an LG monitor that's kind of made for Mac devices, so it like doesn't actually turn on unless it's happy with the signal it's receiving, which it appears unsatisfied. It's just not turning on. So we just need to, I mean, okay, it's definitely got power. Yeah? Yeah, it's definitely got power. Okay. So we're gonna, what camera is this right now? That's no camera. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I don't think I'm even gonna lose any video by unplugging that one right now. Okay, so that should be in a port that works. Yeah, that does work. Cool. Take this cable. I just ordered a few different random, very long USB-C cables that are like probably not technically compliant, because they're not, I think for this length, they probably need to be active cables. So yeah, welcome everyone to the studio. I think this is the first live stream that I've done up here. I don't recall doing anything else up here. Definitely not anything that's recorded on YouTube. It might have been a guest on someone else's live stream from up here. Okay, so I know this hub's weird. One of these ports I think is actually a power input. I don't fully understand why that is. The manual's not in great English. My guess is that that is because maybe they're thinking you might use the port and like not plug it into a Thunderbolt port that can provide the kind of power it just needs. Okay, I have an extra USB cable here. Is that doing anything? That's not doing anything. So that cable can just get out of there completely. So this should be the cable I use for my tethered camera. What do I got on here right now? I got the RF 35 millimeter RF 35, yeah, it's not even L, but RF 35 millimeter f1.8 macro image stabilized, and it works really well. This is the R6 Mark II, so it's also got sensor-based stabilization. So the combination of a stabilized lens and a stabilized sensor is quite something. Okay, so we're not going to use this one as a camera like we're using the other ones. We're going to do this one as a tethered capture. Or I mean, okay, we're not going to use this one as a webcam like we're using the other ones. We're going to do this one as tethered capture. So I think I need to make another new scene here. Question for the chat. I have a camera here. I have Capture One, which is a live capture slash or tethered capture and raw editing software. So I'm going to be taking pictures and then quickly editing them and posting them somewhere. I'm thinking about posting them to Flickr. I haven't actually figured out or decided or attempted to do anything or do any extensive research on how to do that part of my workflow yet. So if anyone in chat has any ideas about what they would like to see, let me know. Let me just put some bits away here because I don't think I'm going to need these anymore. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking I want it to be set up such that I can get pictures I take sent out to y'all pretty quickly while taking them. Let's see here. Okay, so, oh, everything's tilted. Everything got tilted just by changing the weight distribution on this. That's kind of funny. Okay, let's get tether capture set up here. How do we want to do that? What? Oh God. The mouse has changed what device it is connected to. And is it doing Mac things? Is it like, does it think it thinks it knows? Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that it just set up a cross-platform mouse. So I can use this mouse on my laptop or on my streaming Mac Mini here, and it just set that up. I didn't even do anything. It was just cool. Thanks, Apple. That is kind of cool. Okay, let's rearrange some stuff here. So okay, that's on the correct side now. Okay, that mouse setup actually makes sense now. That's great. Oh, I need to be careful to not yank a mirrorless camera. I keep on wanting to say DSLR, but they're not. They're mirrorless, and so they're not DSLRs. Man, this monitor arm is really at its limits. I really want these monitors pointed more towards me, but I kind of gotta... I'm not using one on the left right now, so I'll just shift my middle monitor over and flip out that left-hand monitor, and then bring that one in. There we go. Okay, that's better, because I do really want to actually be able to see that for photo editing. Okay, so let's set up a new scene here. We'll start with this as the base scene. Oh man, I'm not sure if I've done screen sharing setup from OBS yet, and if I haven't, you might have to restart to make that work. Please tell me I've already set this up. Well, it's working. Yeah, it's working, and I didn't have to. like mess around with it. Okay, cool. Well, that's well, there's part of capture one. I think it's too big right now. Let's make that not that big. Let's make me smaller. Oh, look, I'm everywhere here. So, okay, I've got Capture One here. So Capture One is streaming my camera live, and we'll do the recursive thing. So if I take a picture of that, then it's basically set up right there, and then I got my knob, you know. Good microscopes have good knobs. But so does good photo editing software. So let's get my knob workflow going. I'm gonna need a USB cable. Oh, I got some rechargeable batteries for some of these lights I've got going in here, and it came with 2 batteries in one box and 2 USB cables in one box. And as far as I could tell, one of the cables just didn't work for data, and one of them did, despite them presumably being identical cables. So that was cool. Really trying to make things interesting. Okay, so one of the reasons I like Capture One is it's got this like speed editing shortcut thing. So if I hold down a letter and then I do a scroll wheel, it adjusts it. Interesting. I wonder how that was adjusted already. I didn't think I did that. Okay, cool. Yeah, wow, Capture One's really chugging. Let's see what's going on with system resources, because I am kind of doing a lot right now. So maybe that's why, because I tested that out a little bit before I got on the stream, and it seemed like that was doing pretty good. But it feels very slow right now. Am I disk limited, maybe? Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't recording this, so I guess I'll start recording this now. Because I was just looking at my data written per second. I was like, it's not writing anything. What you think for recording video, it would be writing something, right? Let me move around so it generates some keyframes, because it's still not writing very much, but see here, CPU time. Yeah, I mean, that looks okay. That's within acceptable limits. Oh, I'm using a lot of memory right now. And most of my memory is going towards like just the several YouTube video, or like the YouTube players I have open. That's really funny. Okay, yeah. That's actually kind of hilarious. Okay, I need to figure out how to integrate the live view tab better. I thought it like... What is that my current live view? Okay, yeah, that actually works. That works fine. I guess I don't need my shoulder mount strap on this camera right now. Yeah, look at that 35 millimeter macro. I mean, I'm not using it in macro mode exactly right now, but we'll get there in a sec. Okay. I do like this shoulder strap. It lets the camera just like, you just keep the strap in one spot, and then the camera just like comes up and slides on this thing. It doesn't have to, it's not like a neck strap or to take the camera from like on your side. You have to like slide the strap on your neck, and it gets like caught sometimes. But I do just prefer to carry the camera like on my side instead of in front of me. So maybe if I wasn't doing that, I would like regular ones better. Okay, and then I'm gonna want the flash setup for this part. Let's see here. Let's see how live. I wonder if it just wasn't responsive because it. I want to close this window. How do I close just the live view? Do I have to stop the live view? No, I mean, because you can start the live view from somewhere else anyways. So it must be like, well, that just opened it again, so that wasn't what I wanted to do. The DOF tool, I don't know what that does. I know it disables autofocus. I don't know what else it does. Does it change my aperture setting to whatever my aperture is set to? Oh yeah, definitely does. Okay, so like there's like, so that's probably wide open right there, and then clicking DOF, that goes to like F14, where I've got it right now. Okay, still, oh, it's hidden. I see. Okay, but I closed that and my live view went away. That makes complete sense. Let's see here. Live view. So I guess I have to have this open. Well, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and close live view. And then let's see if the photo editing is more responsive. I mean, I've certainly had it feel better than this before. Let's launch, but maybe that was better. Let's launch live view again. Just check out my ceiling real quick. And now let's see how responsive photo editing feels. I don't know, maybe it's worse, maybe it's better, I don't know. You don't need music right now. Maybe there's some settings we can play with. Any Capture One users in the chat who want to tell me what's going on? That would be cool. I don't know. Maybe do CPU plus neural engine. Maybe that's faster. Like, I'm having to wait like a second after knob inputs to get a picture to edit. It's not very fun. I like turning the knob really quickly. Appearance, image, editing, enable, capture, color, exposure. Focus mark, notifications, warnings, plugins, appearance, general. I think it's okay. And you know what? I can work with it. I can work with it. Okay. Let's get back to capturing the microscope. Okay, let's get the flash unit out. Let's try that out. So I've got this really cool diffuser. So I got this really cool diffuser here for the flash. So we're going to be using that. And then I've also got a, what is this? Something 600EX. Flash, and then I've got a off-camera flash cable for it. Okay, I don't know, seizure warning? Like, I'm gonna be using this. I don't know what this is gonna look like on stream. Let's see what this looks like. That's fun. You can speed that up. Because I had that was maximum power, so there's a pretty long delay there after firing it. Okay, so it sees it some frames. I like the new locking hot shoe design that they've got going on here. It just like this little lever. You just like flip the lever over. You don't have to like twist it a bunch. So we'll put that in there. I vaguely remember seeing something in Capture One that was like firing flash disabled. So I don't know what the deal with that is. Okay, let's see what this does. Hey, that fired, cool. Oh, that's really fun. Oh, I love long exposure, and then doing like a 1 to several second exposure, and then firing a flash to like freeze a particular moment. That's very fun, I think. Okay, let's get a flash up in here. Yeah, that seems to kind of work. Cool. Okay, let's flip some camera setups around. Oh, you know what? Something else I wanted to get set up was the OBS iPad remote. That will be very handy. Okay, let's rearrange some cameras here. Let's get this flight case out of the way. So this is a Zeiss Merlin. Rather nice microscope, if I do say so myself. It's got a lot better stage on it than the Sigma stage. I do not like the Sigma stage. I am not a fan of the Sigma stage. The Sigma stage just sits there and vibrates, and you've got this like amazing column, the Gemini column. So Gemini column is the field emission column that Zeiss makes for all of their various SEMs. Ooh, battery's almost dead on this camera. Okay, I'm gonna grab a battery for this camera real quick. Let's see how fast I can get this camera back on. Oh, that's not, okay. I forgot that this is the R8 and that the R8 is weird and uses a tiny little battery. Teeny tiny battery, and I don't, yeah, so the R8 uses, so this is like a standard Canon like LP6. This is actually an LP6EN. Which the R6 uses, but then the R8, which is the same image sensor as the R6, just without stabilization, uses, they're like smaller batteries. And I'm like, come on, just use, but I get why they did it to a degree. But I don't have an AC adapter for the small batteries. I've only got AC adapters for the big batteries. I want to get my other R8 battery on the charger. Okay, let's get the battery back in this thing. Let's remount this on the tripod in such a way that I don't have to take it off the tripod plate to change a battery. Yeah. Okay, so that should be back now. Yeah, there we go, that's back. Cool. So let's test out my shooting setup here. Oh, I've got the flash on backwards right now. It's a great way to like blind myself. I should get my monitor output up on that TV too. That would be helpful so that when I'm facing this way, I can see what I'm actually doing. Okay, so we're in manual. Let's see here, we don't need such a high ISO. Go ahead, yeah, we'll go about there. We should be able to speed that up quite a bit though. Do like 1/16 for the flash. That's weird. Was my cable like actually just in front of my lens? Is that what was going on? I was like, is that like a flash sync issue? There we go. That's starting to look better. That's starting to look a lot better. I like that. I like that a lot. That's fun. Okay, this is cool. This is what I want. Oh man, I really gotta figure out how to manage that cable better. Okay, let's try editing some of these pictures I just took. Man, I am gonna roll over this. I just know that I'm gonna roll over this cable. I need to get like the cables like routed like above me somehow. That would be some cool stuff if I was routing cables above my head. Yeah, I could have someone editing while I'm taking pictures. That would be kind of cool. Okay, so white balance is weird. Which is it 2? No, that's 10. There we go. That's white balance. And then we'll drop my highlight. Oh, it's. Oh, I get it. It's just doing a bunch of stuff like from the very get-go, and I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. Ah, come on, stop that. Just make this big for me, thank you. Ooh, okay, so we're doing tethered capture, so is it applying other... Oh, okay, so it's copying from last, okay. So let's just do defaults. I don't need it applying a bunch of stuff that I'm not realizing it's applying. Okay, that I could see how that workflow would actually potentially be useful. To start with, let's just neutralize my settings here. Did it mess with any other ones? Okay, I don't think so. Okay, so that's what we're looking like straight out of the camera. We can work with that now. I understand this. Too warm, just right. Okay, cool. We can take pictures. I can scroll through pictures. So you can see at the bottom of the image there, I'm hitting a key on my keyboard, and then that key is tied to like different editing controls. And then this, my lovely knob right here is then editing whatever I select. Yeah, there we go, cool. Okay, that is a completely viable editing workflow. Okay. Cool. So anyone got anything they want to see in particular on the Merlin here tonight? I think I'm gonna be winding down at some point here soon. We'll take a couple more pictures. God, I really need to. Why would this point out the front like this? That's not. Well, okay. I mean, I get why it doesn't point out at the eyepiece. Like, you'd just be stabbing yourself in the eye constantly, so. So yeah, this thing is pretty fun. A lot of very shiny metal parts in it. No cable in there again. Yeah, so all of the red cable, that is basically all CAN, but it's CAN over optical fiber, which is certainly a choice. I think that came about from just general noise concerns they were having and wanting to not have galvanic connections happening places, or like anywhere basically. So like these ion pump controllers, that's what these two boxes are. Oh, I should get my label maker out. I should be label making or labeling things too. That's gonna be fun. I can make the label maker controlled by chat. That would be funny. And then because it's a macro cam lens, I can do this, and this is what I'm like really excited about. Yeah, there we go. This is a good documenting rig right here. Come on, where's my shutter? Where's my flash? There's my flash. Okay, so these red cables coming out the back of these, those are basically that's how the vacuum controller reads out the pressure from the ion pumps, and it's a frequency to pressure volt conversion. What is chat saying? Yeah, how can I make the picture available to viewers? That is a great question. That is something I'm going to be figuring out. If you have any ideas on how to do that, I am all ears. So these are the vibration dampeners here. So here's a good picture. Come on, focus. I'm trying to get to not overexpose the reflection, but that is challenging. I need more diffusion in my flash, I think, or maybe not as strong of a flash. Maybe that'll do it. A little bit overexposed still. So these dampeners, I got a couple of tubes that go into them. Let's see here. So we've got this air in tube. That comes from a solenoid controlled, or some solenoid valves. There's this blue cable on top. This blue cable goes to, I bet it's a Hall effect sensor. I'm not actually for sure on that though. Let's see here. So inside of each of these, there's a Hall effect sensor that goes to this box right here. So this box is the leveling controller. So each one of those blue cables snakes around from the leveling controller to three of the air isolator mounts. And then, so a lot of leveling platforms will have the angry lens. Let me change how my autofocus is working here because it's getting kind of annoying. What? No, that's not what I wanted. It's not at all what I wanted. So the blue wire goes to leveling mounts. Three of the leveling mounts have got a Hall effect sensor internally, so it can determine the internal level. There's a disc in the top here that is on top of a diaphragm, and this diaphragm gets inflated, and that is what lifts the microscope up. And then these, nice. These are mounted on there's three cables, or maybe they're just all thread. I think they're actually cables though. And it's these screws here. So those cables, so those three cables go down into the frame. So this thing, you can kind of see how it swings around. It's like, this thing's like long. It's like comes down to like here. So we got the cables that come down, and then pillar for this comes back up, and then the middle of this gets inflated with air, and the bellows gets inflated, it comes up, and it lifts up the epoxy granite block that is the microscope frame. Or I guess the table would be the proper term for it. Microscope platform, I'm not really sure. So it's a pretty nice vibration isolation system. I like the cables. I like how long they are. I'm not really sure what it looks like if you have to swap a diaphragm yet. Like, I guess you can kind of spin this around and get to all the Allen keys you need to, or all these you need to get the diaphragm out. I don't really know what type of diaphragm it is. Like, I don't know. Is this puck in the center here, is this mounted to the diaphragm? It's just resting on the diaphragm. Some of them it's just resting on the diaphragm. Kind of hard to tell. It feels like it's mounted to the diaphragm, but it's still probably a pretty simple diaphragm. I don't think it's going to need to be like a really expensive to replace custom diaphragm, because these diaphragms do go out every so often. Yeah, so we got our high pace turbo pump down here. Yeah, so all that red is optical fiber can. And I'm like, it is certainly a choice they made. It's all pairs of optical fibers too. Come on, focus, please. Please focus. Please? Maybe? Maybe? Hey, there we go. Yeah, so it's all pairs of optical fibers. And there's like several layers of, I mean, it's not insulation, I guess it's like protection on it. There's like the red layer on the outside, and then there's the, there's like a black layer, and then a white layer, I think, if I recall correctly. And then there's the actual, like, again, it's not insulation because it's fiber optic, but on the individual strands. I'm trying out different autofocus modes until I find something I'm happy with. In this case, you know, let's go back to something simple. Let's go back to just like good old. Well, that's not even something simple. That's still quite complicated, but that's fine. Complicated but working. I'm like all the way inside here with this flash. Yeah, I bet that one got enough detail that I can edit that, make that look good. The red tabs for travel. Yeah, the red tabs are for travel. It's a little bit dusty in there. Yeah, this is, man, I love the dynamic range you get in RAW files. There's so much you can do with editing on them. I should probably set up one of these buttons to like rate the photos, so I can like kind of select what I think the best ones are. That's pretty good for being able to rapidly document scopes. I like how this is turning out. Not too pink. Too green. Yeah, tint is always like, tint is the one, like, that's always felt like the weirdest, like, raw editing control to me is tint. Let's look at some other ones I did. Man, maybe I need something listening to my transcripts here, so I'm doing summaries for me, and I gotta figure out a good workflow for, like, getting this information captured in written form, like while I am working and while I'm getting pictures. Okay, I almost got the diaphragm in focus. Or maybe I got one with the diaphragm. No, I did not get one with the diaphragm in focus. Yeah, so we can see the leveling box. So this overall box here, this is like the big silver box. That is the DC power supplies. And then all of those D subs that come off there. A lot of those are just like 3-pin D subs, like the big chonky pins. Because this is all just like power distribution. And then this is the leveling controller. So this is what reads the what I presume are Hall effect sensors inside each of the, or 3 of the pneumatic levelers. And then this has an output that goes to a solenoid valve block that actually like turns on and off the air to each of these. Or it doesn't just turn on and off the air, it can pressurize or it can bleed air out of these. Yeah, so as I mentioned, these are the ion pump controllers. So the braided cable, that's the high voltage to the ion pump. And then the red ones are the fiber optic pressure reading outputs. And the black cable is like the, I think 48 volt DC supply to these controllers. Yeah, cool. Oh, you got to always make sure that, yeah, it's active level. So the, well, it's active level passive dampener. Yeah, I mean, it is like ultimately passive dampener once it's inflated properly, but to get it inflated properly, like that part is active. But yeah, there's not, there's nothing that is like actively moving the, or like actively trying to push against whatever vibration is being like sensed. I'm honestly not I've not found a active vibration cancellation system that I am a like massive fan of yet. I have found them to frequently be sources of vibration. And then there's the minus K negative stiffness dampeners. Those things are really cool. Those I think those work. They say they work better than just about any active system, and I haven't found an active system I've been particularly impressed with yet. So I would like not be surprised if that were the case. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just stick with what we got for lenses right now. I think let's look at how I want to get these published on the internet. Greg, if you got any ideas, let me know. But what can we do? Capture one, cloud settings. I don't know what that's gonna be. Styles, workspace. Okay, so that cloud settings is like frame.io glass. Okay, let's see about adding. Let's see how I go about adding in additional exports to capture one. So currently it says we can do, or publish. I can do Frame.io or Glass, and I don't know what either of those are. Maybe I should see what those are. Okay, Frame.io I think is like more private. It's, oh, yeah. I've heard like Scotty Strange Parts uses like Frame.io for collaborating on live cuts, I think, or or not live cuts, like collaborating on video projects. What's the other one? Glass. Capture One, Glass. Okay, so glass.photo is what this is. Fall in love with photography again. Glass is a paid global community platform for photographers. No ads. That doesn't sound bad. What's exploring this website look like? Yeah, okay, there's like user accounts. The user accounts have got like photo streams. You can have a series. Snazzy interface and all that. So what are we looking at? We're looking at doing like Glass versus Flickr. I'm kind of thinking Flickr, just it's like people know what it is. Although this Glass thing is kind of nice. So okay, it's paid. So what's that about? How much do you got to pay? Membership. Pricing. Okay, so it's $40 a year. Flickr. I don't think you have to pay immediately. Maybe what's the deal? Okay. There's Flickr Pro. Unlimited full resolution photo sharing. Okay. But I bet like a free account will work. My age, my email address. Gotta verify my email. It should be right here. Yeah, okay, cool. I did type my email incorrectly. Email verified. Okay. So that should just be set up then. Okay, so now it's time to figure out how to upload pictures. Welcome to Flickr. Me. Okay, so I can upload pictures to Flickr now from the Flickr website. What I want to do is upload them directly from Capture One. Okay, Flickr integration Capture One. So here's a thread on the Capture One form about asking why there isn't built-in support for Flickr yet. So that's cool. Okay, here's people talking about how Flickr maybe edits things in ways they don't want it to. I'm starting to lean towards the paid service they were talking about. Or the glass. Okay. Like, I feel like Lightroom did this. Okay, so you could install like the Flickr app. But I really want to just be able to click this one button here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a Glass account, I guess. Yeah, we'll make a Glass account real quick. Okay, so there's a profile made. Oh, I need a profile picture. Wow. Let's choose a profile picture, I guess. Maybe something I just captured. Oh, I know. We'll do this one. Okay, there is a profile picture. Okay, so I've got an account now. Let's see if I can link this into Capture One now. Pair account. Come on. Okay, so that's a paired account. Cool. I think we'll do target size 10 megabits per metadata watermark. Is there like a adjustment, respect crop, no output sharpening, keywords, all, I guess. Okay. Watermark, none. Yeah, that's fine. But I want to like put it. I don't know. Is it? Do you make an album? What do you do to? How do you make a series? I haven't created a series yet. I guess you just max 10 photos at a time. Okay, interesting. Okay, so let's go through and I gotta remember how you rate pictures on Capture One. Like I thought there was a some desk or some key stroke or some thing. Okay, let's turn the screen share back on. Screen share. Okay, let's figure share online. Oh, that's a Capture One thing. Okay, got it. Cool. Damn. Oh, okay. That's cool. Manage cloud recipes. Sounds. Oh, okay. I see. Adjustments, rating. But that doesn't. Okay, so I see that saying that should work, and that does work actually. But you can't rate it 1 or 2 stars because those are already assigned to something. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can work with this. Okay, this is just fine. Okay, so that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. That's pretty good. That's useful information. That one's better than that one. It's also pretty good. That's... Okay, so I have rated a bunch of pictures, so now there should be a way to filter by pictures I rated, right? Yeah, yeah. Hey, there we go. Oh, what's this one 3-star picture? I have one 3-star picture. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so we'll go through and we'll do some quick edits to these. Oh, that's not what I want. I want that. What do we want? Bump our shadows, drop our highlights, yeah. Lower exposure overall just a tad. Yeah. Bump our shadow. Yeah, drop our temperature maybe. Kind of want to bump saturation almost. Not even almost. I do want to bump saturation. Oh yeah, look at that red come out. That's fun. Drop brightness probably. Give some contrast. Drop some brightness. How do you copy adjustments? We'll try pasting an adjustment. We'll give that a chance. Adjustments, high adjustments. Okay, that did something. Oh, I made it full screen. I don't know what I did to do that. That's cool. Some shadows. That did not do as much as I thought it would. Exposure, contrast, brightness. There's brightness. Too much, too much. Okay, let's see if we can bring that back with like RGB levels. Drop highlights a bit. Oh yeah, there we go. That's looking good. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, this wheel, this is really doing it for me for editing. I like, this is fun. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff I can do while shooting to make the pictures I capture initially more consistent, and then I can just like copy and paste my edits more consistently. I think that's gonna be a pretty winning move if I can get a workflow like that, like nailed. And like this isn't wedding photos, you know, this is like, these are technical documentation. Wow, that like almost doesn't look real. That's kind of fun. Why was that one rated? And I have that one. So dusty. so dusty. Okay, so that's everything. So let's I don't know, select all. Command A. That did something. Let's go export, publish, glass. Target size, we'll do 10 megabytes. Okay, preparing 21 images. Well, ain't that cool? Well, I think I'm gonna get these exported. I hope they just upload. While that's happening, I will figure out how to share my profile on Glass. Preparing assets for upload. Look at that. Look at that go. That is cool. That is really cool. So theoretically, they're on Glass now? Oh, they absolutely are. Well, 5 of them are. Okay. Is that just because I was impatient and the rest? Yeah, okay. They're getting there. They're absolutely getting there. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, not my most consistent edit, that's for sure. But I could say that the details are visible. So that's, I'm going to call that a win, that the details are visible. Okay, let's get the link to this. We'll take that link. We will put that link into the description of the YouTube video. Stream settings. No, edit. Yeah, edit that. You know, I don't know if you can access these pictures without an account. That's going to be an interesting question. Okay, I just updated the description of the stream with a link to all the new pictures. And let's go to a new tab in a new browser that I have not signed in yet. And let's see if, okay, so I'm not signed in and I can see all of the pictures I just uploaded. Yeah, including kind of one shitty one that probably wasn't supposed to make it up. That's fine. Cool. And then if I upload new pictures, they show up at the top of the photo stream. I love it. Okay, that's great. There's a functional workflow to putting pictures on the internet. Greg, if they aren't zoomable though. What do you mean by they aren't zoomable? That's, they're not zoomable? Come on. Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, like I do, okay, Flickr does just like make it easy to download stuff, right? Wow, they like, They go all the way out of their way to like make it so that you can't just treat this as like a picture. It just like it's you can't copy it. Like I want to publish these like Creative Commons. So this is not it, is it? Yeah, there's no convenient way to down. Maybe okay, maybe it's a setting. Maybe I need to like change a setting on my account. My photos. Is there a setting to make it so that these are downloadable? Yeah, because it like Flickr's got like those download buttons and stuff. It's pretty great, honestly. What I can share a link. Okay, cool. I have not yet found a way to like enable downloads or something like that. Yeah, I think that's going to be where these pictures stay for tonight, because it is almost 2 a.m. for me, and I think I'm going to get off the air here soon. Oh, yeah, and one of my cameras died. Nice. I'll go ahead and pan this one over. Okay, there we go. At least we got one camera going. I think I'm going to get off the air here pretty soon. But yeah, we'll figure out a better way of getting pictures uploaded somewhere, because I want them to be easy to download. And that is not what this website is making these pictures. So that's gonna need to change. Okay, let me try one more thing on this. Maybe this will work. Huh, it's like it's doing an animation where it's sending the picture like all the way across my screen. That's weird. Oh, they like try to make it so you're like making these like more exclusive. They're not like, they don't want you to just dump data on this website is what I am gathering. Okay, so I've now made a series. And you can share a link to the series. And you can save the page as like HTML. Save the source code of the page, but like, wow, they are not letting you. They are not enabling you to just do things with these pictures. Okay, well, I can cancel my free subscription already. That's cool. Membership, cancel trial. Cancel trial. Oh no, I won't be able to upload pictures anymore after that date. Okay, well, I'd say that was a pretty fun stream. I like my new streaming setup a lot. I like the tethered capture setup. I think that worked pretty dang well. I could definitely do some work to make my pictures like more consistent and make the editing faster that way. Definitely need to figure out how I'm gonna get these online. Like I could do something like, I'm sure there's stuff where if I just like export it to a particular photo and then run some script, or maybe even there's like a Flickr like app that already exists that just automatically uploads whatever pictures get added to a certain folder. Yeah. Okay, so there's some workflow stuff to do, but overall, I'd say it's a success, and I am absolutely one step closer to being set up to tear this thing apart, document it on air while I do, and share what this thing looks like on the inside with y'all. So with that, I am going to be signing off and saying good night. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I can't wait to do more streams.